Disclaimer: the title has nothing to do with me. This is for algorithm purposes, so just have to make that disclaimer. Yeah. Oh shit! Why the fuck did this stupid? Well, it's not really his fault. It's the way they designed this parking lot is kind of fucking retarded. Why does this truck gotta be right fucking here, man? Now I see why these niggas be talking about this gang stalking shit. Like, when I say like all those gang stalking people are retarded, I'm not saying that what they're saying isn't true. It's just how they perceive it. It's like the context behind it. Cause like it'd be some weird shit like, how the fuck is this car right here, right where I need to go? And it'd be just some weird, even like today, like I was in the fucking Whole Foods, right? Like I'm not gonna go live when I'm in the store anymore, because it'd be some weird shit. Like I go in that store all the time. I never have any weird, like I was so close to cussing this bitch out, but she didn't say nothing to me. I thought they were gonna say something to me. And if they would have said something to me, you guys would have seen me just crash the fuck out on that fat Build-A-Beast ass bitch. Cause like I could tell somebody with negative energy. I'm so good at it. I'm so good to the point it pisses me off when I'm right. Cause I'd be hoping I'm not right. Like I'll see somebody who's a piece of shit, and I'd be hoping that they're not a piece of shit, and then it never fails. 100% of the time, it never fails. I don't remember a situation. If it was, maybe 20 years ago or 10 years ago. But 100% of the time, if I feel you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. And like that fat, ugly white bitch, that short, ugly, fat ass, that bitch look like Matilda's principal. You know that movie Matilda, the principal, that ugly ass fat bitch who fucking looks like she's in the Olympics or something. Like she looked like that. And then she just had a negative, this energy. Like she didn't say nothing, but I could pick it up. And like she was looking me up and down at me. And I thought she was gonna say something. I was hoping she did, so I can have a reason to crash the fuck out. Cause like I was just being kind of nice. But usually I don't have to have a reason. Like if I'm in the mood, I would just crash the fuck out anyways. And cussed her to, I would just go all the way 100, because that's just how I am. But I didn't, and I kind of wish I did, because it would have been content for the live stream. Because what I think is I was doing a live talking to you, and then this stupid black bitch asking, do I need help? Don't ask me if I need help, you stupid bitch. Why the fuck would I need help? I'm a grown, I'm fucking 30-some years old. It's 2026. Who the fuck don't know how to shop and find what the fuck they want? I can go on the website and look what I want, and it will tell me what aisle it's on. Not only that, I have fucking eyes. There's people, like, I have eyes. I'm not an idiot. Like, when you ask me if I need help, like, that's low-key kind of, like, pisses me the fuck off. Like, why did you ask me such a dumbass question? And then after you ask me that dumbass question, you looking at me like weird. It's like, bitch, like, they didn't say nothing to me. Like, I could tell they wanted to say something to me, but they didn't. And cause like my energy was so like, because they were gonna say, I thought they were gonna say something to me, and I was going live with you guys, and I wish they did, because I would have crashed the fuck out, and that would have been content for my channel. You guys would have seen me cuss it. I would have cussed them up and down, like, because I get really disrespectful. I don't hit no female. I would never hit a female or nothing like that, or anybody. I don't need to hit you. I just cuss you the fuck out. I just cuss you the fuck out up and down. Like, the only time I would hit somebody is if I have to defend myself. Because there have been times I cuss somebody out so good they get disrespected and they want to swing on me. So I have to defend myself. but like that's because I got a Mars in a fucking Aquarius, so I don't need to like. I could fight, but I don't need to. Like I could just cuss you the fuck out. Like I can use my mind to just be aggressive, and then that will make you want to physically fight me, and then that's when I have to defend myself. Because I would have cussed her the fuck out like real good, and I would have enjoyed it. Because I love one thing. I love cussing people out if they deserve it. I don't just bully people. There's no reason to. Because if you're somebody who's like I don't need to do that. There's no point. Like that doesn't bring satisfaction. Like I love expressing my anger on someone who deserves it. So if you deserve it and you're a piece of shit, ooh, I love expressing my anger. If you're just somebody who just down bad and you're helpless and you're already on the like, it doesn't feel good to express my anger on a person who didn't do nothing to me or who doesn't deserve it. It's like I have to express my anger on somebody who really deserves it. That's when it feels hella good. I'm realizing people are deciding to put themselves into hell by being ignorant and choosing not to grow emotionally and mentally. I can give a fuck what people are choosing to do. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's not really like, who gives a fuck? Just worry about yourself. Don't worry about other people. That's the thing. Stop worrying about no disrespect to Corey. Shout out to you. But listen to this is not just to you, this is for everyone. Stop worrying about other people. If somebody wants to eat fucking McDonald's every day, if somebody wants to be ignorant, let them be ignorant. If their ignorance is affecting you and it's infringing upon your free will or it's like in form of harassment, then that's when you should deal with it. And even then, you only go so far. Like you do it where you eliminate that from your life. You don't need to change them on an internal basis. So stop worrying about what the fuck other people doing. Like that's the thing with this bitch there. They worrying about what I'm doing. Don't worry about what I'm doing, bitch. Like you work at fucking Whole Foods. Your life is fucking miserable. Worry about how to get out of that situation. Like you have all these people on like Gen Z talking about, oh, the government, they're doing this, the system's this, the world is crumbling and people aren't the same no more. Life isn't the same, and why? Like shut the fuck up. If you the amount of hate that you have for the government, if you had that same amount of hate for your shitty situation, the way you hate fucking Trump, if you hated your shitty situation, if you hated waking up having a fucking clock in at Target, if you hated that as much as you hated Trump, you would not be working at Target no more. If you hated you making dumbass fucking dietary choices and being lazy and just being a fucking ignorant idiot, if you hated that as much as you hated the fiat system and money and the government, you will be in a perfect health, mentally, spiritually, physically. Like that's the thing. People, they don't know how to channel their hate. They don't know how to focus on themselves. Like these bitches back there, they were sitting there worrying about me. You working at fucking Whole Foods, having to clock in, getting paid peanuts. Your life fucking sucks. I'm in like a rich area. It's a nice rich area. So most of the people who come here, they make it's the area I'm at is rich. So these people have to see a bunch of rich people come in and they're working, clocking in, and you're worrying about me. Like you should be like, damn, I'm sitting here having to serve these rich people coming into this grocery store and seeing them pull up in some nice shit, and I'm working at fucking Whole Foods. Like that should be your focus to get out of that. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, no, they're focused more on me. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to get it. I don't know. I think, yeah, this lane, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Why the fuck isn't this lane going? See, it's an accident over here. Hold on. Thank you. This guy's letting me go through. Oh, shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I don't even think it's an accident. I think it's like some type of police activity. Because I don't see no ambulance. I just see a police, and I see a police in the middle of the intersection. There's like two police. I don't know what the fuck's going on. This is so annoying. I don't know any other way to get home other than this way. I think I could have went through the freeway, but I don't know how to do that. And I hate taking the freeway in this city. This shit is crazy. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna go live when I'm probably not gonna go live when I'm in the store, because like it's weird how like all of a sudden I'm like literally talking to you guys, and like they keep annoying me and walking by and looking at me like the fuck are you looking at, bitch? Like it's weird. And I go there, I don't ever have this type of issue, and I think it's because I was live streaming, which is kind of weird because you know that you'll think they would have leave me the fuck alone because you see I'm live streaming. Like I'm gonna still go live streaming in story, but it's like it's just hella annoying. I'm not gonna let these bitches be, oh, I'm not gonna do live. No, I'm gonna still do my live stream again. I'm gonna go back there in about a week or next time I gotta go and do a live stream there. The fuck? That fat, ugly ass bitch. Shit is fucking hilarious. But I can kind of tell like they didn't want to start no trouble with me because they wanted to say something, but then I had a certain vibe and energy, and they knew they were gonna get cussed the fuck out. Like they do it because they were gonna, like I thought they were gonna say something to me, and I was like waiting for them to say something because she walked up on me, and I'm like ready to cuss her out, but then she just looked at me up and down and then walked by me, and like the way she looked was like she was about to say something, but then she's like, because my energy, it was like I was gonna cuss you out, like because I was on live stream, so I was hoping that's why I'm kind of pissed that I kind of wish I would have just cussed her out just for the live, because I was like, I'm about to, this is in my mind, I was like, this is some content right here, but then she just looked at me up and down, like she didn't say, but she was walking towards me. I'm like, okay, what this bitch gonna say? I'm like, oh, I'm about to cuss her the fuck. I was gonna get her on video, everything, and it would have been hella good. That's why, like, especially like right now, we're in a we're in a real like the comment he said, like this goes back to focusing on yourself. Like the energies that we're in, you have to focus on yourself. It's not just me saying that. Like if you keep track of the spiritual shifts, the astrology, everything is pointing towards mind your own business, focus on yourself. If you feel like you need to if you feel like you need somebody else at this point in time, it's going to be a real bad problem. Not to say you don't need help, but you have to focus on yourself right now. This is not just common sense. The astrology, the spiritual shift that we're in, is pointing towards minding your own fucking business. Yeah, I think there was an accident here. I don't know why the fuck is the police here if it's an accident, but maybe because it was in an intersection. That's probably why. But yeah, you gotta focus on yourself right now. Like I can give a fuck what somebody else is doing if it doesn't affect me. Okay, go. Look, I'm right. I'm leaving. Fuck that shit. The light turned. It didn't turn red. It was yellow, but then it turned red. I was like, I thought the dude was gonna stop, but he kept going. So I just went behind him. But it's just crazy, man. I don't know what the fuck was going on today. Man. Next time I go there, if I see them bitches, I'm gonna cuss them the fuck out, and I'm gonna get it on live. I'm gonna bring my phone out and I'm gonna record. And I'm gonna cuss them the fuck out. I'm gonna show you how these ugly ass bitches look. Straight miserable people. That's why I'm so grateful for my mind. Like I'm not an idiot. Like people talk about, oh, I'm grateful for my money, or I'm grateful I have a house to stay. Nigga, fuck all that shit. Fuck the money, fuck that. I'm grateful for my intelligence. I'm grateful for my awareness. I'm grateful for my mind. That's what I'm grateful of my mind. Because if you have a good mind, it leads me to be in a situation where I'm not in a situation like her. You see what I'm saying? Like you'll see somebody struggling on the street, and the first thing you'll think is, oh, they don't have money. They don't have a house. But you never really think, no, they're a fucking retard. Not to say people don't go get homeless and struggle, because I was homeless and struggle, but if you see somebody for like the 10, 20 years struggling, going through the same shit, that's because that person's retarded. Because if you have a certain mentality and awareness, you're able to get out of the situation because you already know you have an awareness. But if you're in the same situation, then it shows the type of person, you're just retarded. You see what I'm saying? Like this bitch, she's like fucking like 40 some years old, working at fucking Whole Foods. So I could tell her mind is retarded, because if she had a certain awareness, she would not be that age working there. I'm not hating on a kid who's in their 20s or somebody who's young, because that is what it is. And at the end of the day, I'll even take it a step further than that. It's not even about where you are or where you're at. It's about how you perceive your situation. So if you're somebody who's if you're in a struggling situation and you're just complaining and you're miserable and you're not looking at it from a good perspective to get in a better perspective, then you're an idiot. You're a fucking retard. Like you have this one fucker out here, all he does is complain. He's all one of the my subscriptions. I don't unsubscribe, so I just be seeing a bunch of shit, because I have a lot of shit on my subscriptions of shit I used to watch. All this motherfucker does is bitch and complain about the situation he's in. And they'll be like, oh, I need money, I need help. It's like, I need money, I need help. And then people will give advice, and they'll be like, and then they'll act like the advice doesn't work. And I was like, no, the advice worked. It's like the only thing you want is people to give you shit and do shit for you. Like that's the only thing you want. Motherfucker, my goal is I need money because I don't have money to do this. No, bitch, it's not that you need money. You need people to give you money. Dumb fuck. Because if you needed money, you would just go and get money. No, you need people to give you money. You need a situation where free money is given to you. That's what you need. It's not that anybody who says, oh, I need money, they need that they're saying they need somebody to give them money. Because if you needed money, you'll go and get it, dumbass. But it's like, that's not the reason. It's like they need somebody to give it to them. Anytime somebody's saying they need something or they're looking for something, that means they don't got shit. Like you got all these people, oh, I'm looking for love, or I'm looking for stuff. Anytime you're looking for something, that means you don't got it. Like you'll say, oh, there's no good men. The women will say, there's no good men out here. There's no good men out here. But at the same fucking time of them saying there's no good men, bitch, so are you a good woman? If there's no good men, bitch, there's no good woman. It goes both ways. If there's no good men and you can't find a good man, that means you ain't a good woman. Like, the fuck, if you were such a good woman, then that good man will come into your life. But the thing is, any bitch saying that there's no good men, is not that there's a female out there that literally never sees a good man. What it is that just like you as a man, you see good women you like, as a female, she sees good men she likes, but those men don't want her. Because the way it works is the same, what women want in a man isn't the same as what men want in women. A woman will want a man with stability. Oh, like you'll see a lot of these females who are career oriented. Oh, I have a lot of career, I make a lot of money, and all the men that I attract, they're not on their grind, they're not on their hustle, and I always feel like I gotta take care of them. Bitch, you're retarded. Because first of all, any man that's out there that has a hustle and a grind isn't looking for a woman that's a hustle and a grind, because a man is looking for a feminine quality, just like females are looking for masculine quality. So you have a female that complains that there's no good men has a lot of masculine quality. So a man who she wants won't want her because she has masculine quality. But she's so stupid, she thinks that the same quality she wants in a man's gonna want that in her. A man wants a female who's more submissive, feminine, who is like, who's able to get shit done but still play submissive and be supportive and in the back, but is able to be a female. But she thinks that, oh, if I do that, I'm weak. But then, bitch, that's why you're pushing all the good men out of your life. And the only men that you could attract are men that it's like you gotta treat like a kid and that you don't like, you stupid bitch. Like, you're fucking retarded. That's how you can tell, like, a lot of these females, like, you'll see a lot more females with money that are single than a man with money that aren't single. You see, it's kind of backwards. Like, I see a lot of females who like got money and got their own place and shit, but then they don't have no man. But you will rarely see a man with their own place and with money with no woman, because you see, it's different. The dynamics is different. Shout out to podcast. Yeah. But that shit was kind of like, I wish I would have cussed that bitch out. They didn't say nothing to me though. I'm gonna take you guys to the other one next time I go. It's in a different city. It's actually bigger, it's better, and the vibe is way more better over there. So I don't know, the last like 2 times I've been going here, the vibe was kind of rough, like kind of off. This time it was like really off, but the other times it was like kind of like whatever. But I don't know, it's like right when I'm going live, like what pissed me off is I'm going live and this bitch starts, like, they start doing weird shit, but I don't go live all the time. I go there and it's never a problem. And I'm like, why is it what I'm going, I'm going live, I'm talking, and like they're just trying to like get my attention, and like I don't know, it's weird. Like, because I'm not a friendly person, and I'm not a mean person. I'm not friendly and I'm not mean. I match the energy, which I'm not saying is good and bad, because sometimes, like, well, I don't want to say it's good and bad. It's good or bad what I do, but this is just how I am. So, like, if somebody comes at me respectfully, then I'm respectful. If you come at me negative, then I'm negative. And this is just, I'm like a mirror. So this is why I say I'm not a nice guy, and I'm not a mean. I'm not tough, I'm not weak, I'm me. And like, that's just how I am, because my focus in life is I'm trying to accomplish the objective. So I wake up in the morning, I have an objective. I want to go here, I want to get this, I want to pick up this, I want to do this, and this is my objective. I want to accomplish that objective. That's all my mind. I'm not trying to be cool for anyone, be nice, be mean, I'm not trying to cater to anyone to make them think that I'm a certain way. I'm just trying to accomplish my objective. That's it. As long as I'm able to accomplish my objective, that's it. If somebody wants to fight me and they say, oh, you want to fight? And then they're like, oh, you're a pussy, you don't want to fight. I'll fight you, but it's not going to be because I'm a pussy. And if you, let's just say somebody's bigger than me, like 300 pounds of muscle and 6'5", and they say, oh, let's fight. Oh, you're a pussy if you don't fight. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get a gun, I'm gonna get a strap, I'm gonna go get a weapon, and I'm gonna hit you upside the head. People say, oh no, you're a pussy. No, I'm trying to meet my objective. I'm trying to eliminate the threat from my life by any means. You can't fight everyone. So if I can't fight you, I'm gonna go get a weapon, I'm gonna go get something to go eliminate the threat so I can go up on my objective. I don't care if you look at me, oh, I'm sissy, I'm this, or I'm that, or you couldn't fight, but because at the end of the day, only a fool is gonna try to fight everyone. You're stupid. Like this one stupid ass nigga talk about he was fighting somebody and then they stabbed him because he was beating their ass. And he tried to make it look like, oh, he's a tough person. Oh, I'm tough because this person, he had to stab me. But it's like, bitch, you got stabbed in the heart, in the liver. You could have died and you have a mark on your body for the rest of your life. Like, who gives a fuck? I would rather be the nigga getting his ass beat and stabbed you in the fucking chest than be your ass. Who you trying to show rank to? You trying to show, oh, look what I did. Like, no one gives a fuck what you did at the end of the fucking day. This shit is crazy. He's like, funny how YouTube keeps your subs at 400 when people with less views have more subs. Exactly, because my shit's more entertaining and people watch my, they fuck with my shit. they fuck with my shit. So it is what it is. I don't really care. I don't really care because, like I said, I don't get paid from that. You had this one dumbass come on my channel telling that, oh, keep it family friendly. You cuss too much. Like, nigga, shut your ass up. I see, you know how many people I see that they don't cuss, they're politically correct, they're nice, they do everything by the book, and they still get disrespected, they still get shadow banned, they still get thrown on the rug. And I'm not saying that I'm cussing because out of anger, I'm just doing whatever I feel like. And if I feel like not cussing one day, then I'm not gonna cuss. But I would never do something I don't feel like doing. Like if I feel like getting high, I'm gonna get high. But if I know I don't need to get high, but I want to get high, I'm going to change my mind. So therefore, I can have an urge to not want to get high, so I don't do that thing. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you always want to attack the root cause. I'm not going to just change because somebody told me to change. But if I need to change on a spiritual level, doesn't mean I'm not going to change. I'm just going to attack it from a different angle. Okay, I like to eat junk food. It's not good for me. So instead of just eating junk food and being stubborn, let me do other things in my life that can help with the cravings, so therefore I can make the slow adjustment to not want to eat junk food. I'm not going to just blatantly just but in some cases you want to force it, but I'm talking about like external, like somebody telling me not to cuss. Like, you're not going to make me not cuss. Like, why are you telling me don't cuss? Just don't watch my channel. And you act like I'm the problem. But if you get offended by me cussing, then that's something you have to deal with. You got triggers, you got trauma. Maybe your dad told you you're a fucking idiot when you were a young kid. Now every time somebody raises their voice and cusses, you get triggered, and that trauma of your own parents telling you that they don't love you because you're a fucking bastard and you should have not been born. It reminds you of that when I cuss, because when you were young, your dad told you you're a fucking bastard. I don't want you. So when I say this fucking bastard, it brings up that trauma. Now you want to project it on me. Oh, it's because you're cussing. You need to, like, shut the fuck up. No, you're traumatized. You got hurt. You need to deal with that. It has nothing to do with me. If it's that much of a problem, you would just get off my channel. Don't try to project your trauma onto me. People like to project their trauma. That's why you're not gonna do that shit to me. That's why I match the energy. You do it to me. I'm not like a person, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna do this, or like I'm gonna just like tell you something you don't want to hear. Like, the bitch came up to me looking hella weird. She has every right to do that. But if she would have said something to me, don't get upset when I end up cussing you out and hurting your feelings, and now your whole day is ruined because I cussed you the fuck out. I have a right to cuss you out. I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to antagonize you unless you hit me first and I'm defending myself. But if you say something to me or do something, I have a right to speak my mind. Like, motherfuckers want to disrespect you, but when you say something, they want to act a certain way. First of all, what puts you in the mindset to come and even like have an attitude towards me? Like, when somebody's upset and angry with you, you should take that. Don't take it personal. But you should feel some type of way, not because they're angry at you, but it's like, why? What made, out of everything you could be doing in your life to better your situation, what made you feel you had the time to develop an emotion towards me and I don't even know you? So like, that right there shows you how damaged that person is. Like, I don't know you. I didn't do nothing to you personally, and you're having an attitude towards me. So that's something that you need to deal with. And if you bring that energy to me, I'm gonna bring it back to you. And then if you get upset at me, then that's your fault, because it's not like I'm Martin Luther King or I'm Gandhi and I'm gonna be peaceful and I'm gonna be nice. That's not what it is. Like, the only time I would say be peaceful, be nice to somebody, is if somebody's peaceful and they're nice to you. If they're not nice and peaceful to you, don't be mean to them. But at the same time, you got to match the energy. If somebody comes at you disrespectful, I'm not saying every time somebody comes at you disrespectful, you got to go to 100. But if somebody comes at you like disrespectful, come at them with some sarcasm. Come at them with some passive aggressive. I wouldn't say, I don't even be passive aggressive. I just be aggressive. Like, I let you know that I don't fuck with you. But it's not on no hoorah shit. It's just, I will say something that you know I don't like you. Like I'll literally just be like, I don't like your attitude. Can you just get away from me, please? Because I don't like your energy. You're a very toxic person. I'll say it in a very nice tone and leave it at that. I don't have to be like, fuck you, bitch. I just be like, don't bring that negative energy over here. If you're miserable, go over there. And that alone will let them know that, okay, he doesn't like me. I'm not passive, because passive is passive. At least when you do passive to me, I'm gonna just be straight up aggressive, because every time I see, like, one thing is about me is when I'm dealing with people and they do something passive and it, hold on, somebody sent me a text message. Okay. If one thing about me is if somebody's passive to me, if somebody says something to me and what they said to me lets me know like that I don't fuck with you, but it's like in a passive way, like we're hanging out in a group and then I do something and then somebody laughs and looks at me a certain way, or they'll make a passive joke to make it look like they look at me weird, but they don't want to, they don't do it in a way where it's readily, like it's like a passively. I would do something to make them, to confirm, okay, because I'd be like, your passive aggressiveness is letting me know that you may not like me. So I'm gonna say something to make you not like me, to confirm that, okay, I really don't like this nigga. So if you say something passive to me, I'm gonna do something and say something to confirm and to make everybody around us know that, okay, this person doesn't like him because of what he just said. So if you say something passive to me, but and you think I'm not gonna pick up on it, but I can tell, I'm gonna say something like really disrespectful in a nice way, and then that's gonna make everybody and me know that you don't like me. Because when you're passive, you kind of put you kind of put the opinion up in the air. Does he like me? Does he like this person? But if I say something that's just cutthroat and right to the point, it makes you realize, it makes everybody around and you know that, okay, you don't like me because of what I just said. So it's not up in the air no more. It's a fact. You don't like me. I don't like to be iffy. Or does this person like me? If I feel you don't like me, I'm going to do something to confirm, okay, you don't like me. I have to make sure that you don't like me if you do something passive. I have to make sure. So that means I have to say something that's readily and easily able to be acknowledged as it's aggressive. So that's how you do it. You don't want to bullshit, especially in this time. You don't want to bullshit with nobody. We're the energies that we're in, there's no bullshit. Motherfuckers need to know there's no passive, because we're not in water and earth no more, which you can just kind of beat around the bush. We're in fire and air. Uranus going to Gemini. We got all of these planets, a lot of fire and air. So it's more like, okay, it's quick to the point, and it's what's fact. It's quick and to the point. That's fire and air. Quick and to the point. No more beating around the bush, because when you beat around the bush, this energy, it causes more problems. You need to lay everything out. If you have a problem with somebody, you don't have to be this. So I say, I don't even agree. I don't even support being disrespectful. You always want to communicate. If there's an issue, there's a problem, communicate it. I don't like what you did, this, and that. Then if they want to get disrespectful, then you could take it from there. But you never want to just let shit be up in the air in this time. Always communicate. If somebody does something you don't like, let them know that, and then deal with them accordingly after that. Because at least when you let them know, they're either gonna show you that they don't give a fuck, which at that point is good, because at least at that point you're able to deal with it on some real shit. It's not no fake ass passive, and it's some real shit. Or they'll be like, my bad, I'm sorry, they apologize, then you be like, okay, and then you clear it up. It makes it better. So that's why you want to deal with it on some real shit. I'm gonna have to bring this shit in the house. I don't want this shit to spoil. I'm gonna have to bring this in the house and put it in the refrigerator. Oh shit, what's this? What's in here? Oh yeah. Yeah, they were hella looking at me though. Those stupid ass bitches. I wish I would have cussed them out. Next time I go down there, I'm gonna go live, and if I see them again, they got different people working there all the time, so I might not see them again. But I'll probably see that white bitch because she looked like she was like a manager. The other black bitch, I probably won't see her, but the white bitch, I know I'll see her again. I'll cuss her the fuck out, man. And I'm gonna get it on live stream too. I'm gonna be like, you're live. I'm gonna cuss her the fuck out. I'm gonna degrade the. Ooh, it's gonna be entertaining. I'm gonna have to go, guys, because my fucking phone's running out of battery. It's at 5% right now. Maybe if I can get in the house before, and then I'll be able to. Shit. Let me just take this in the house. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna take this in the house. Yeah. Oh man. Well, shout out to everybody in the room. That shit was funny though. I should have put her fucking fat ass on the camera. I was just trying to get out of there. That's why. I was just trying to get out of there. That's why. I didn't want to. Hold on. I'm gonna go in the house real quick. What's good, everyone? But, the fuck? Oh, hmm. Okay. Night cream. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, man. But it's just crazy, man. Yeah. But what's going on with everyone? What's going on with everyone? Actually, I'm starting to like YouTube Live a little more. I think I like YouTube Live. Like if I'm going out and about, then I'm gonna go on YouTube Live. If I'm just chilling in the house, then I'll go on StreamYard. That's a whole yeah video. Uh, oh yeah, yeah, oh man, yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I'm just debating on what I want to talk about because there's a lot of shit that I do in my life I don't really want to speak on because I'm not trying to. Just for many reasons. One of them being I'm not trying to ruin the energy because when a lot of people know about certain things, it kind of like it can kind of fuck up the energy. Like if you're like this is why I tell you guys if you have anything good, let's just say you accomplish something you've been wanting to accomplish for years, or you've obtained something that you've always wanted, or you're about to, or you got some good news. Never, you don't want to be around certain people, or you don't want to tell everybody the good news, even after it happened to you. You don't want to tell because most people have negative energy. Like when you go on YouTube and you see a lot of content creators, they talk about how they can't afford rent, the gas prices, or society is not the same, and I'm depressed, and we have a lot of those type of people in the world, and anytime you, and not to say that there's this world, because this world is fucked up, and you see my channel, I'm like one of the people that like exposed this shit and talked about it, and but like I'm not, I'm changing the way I look at it now. So what I'm realizing is when you start succeeding in life, you don't want to tell your business, because I have a lot of people watch my channel who are like those type of people. They complain about life. They're like they're just very doomerish. So I don't really want to talk about it on this page, because a lot of those people, they're not ever going to experience success and happiness. So if I hang around these people or I talk to these people about my success or things that I'm trying to do to become successful, just them knowing and being in my energy field, it can thwart and kind of throw off what I'm trying to accomplish. This is why you want to be careful who you hang around. Not just because, oh, they don't think like you, but it's, you don't want to be around them because they may have cursed energy. They may be doomed. Like somebody who's working at McDonald's, and you say you think you're cool with them, but then you become successful in life and get a business or whatever, you'll accomplish. You got rid of a habit, which allows you to become more successful in other aspects in your life. You don't want to be around a person who still works at McDonald's who doesn't do shit, because now their negative energy is going to run off. Because remember, they have to experience negativity. They have to experience disappointment. They have to experience things not working out. So if things are working for you and you start hanging out with them, when you are with them, things will stop working for you. Because especially if you're really cool with them and you have a very good bond, because if you're successful, then that's going to mean they're going to be successful. So if they're not supposed to be successful and you're around them, then you're not going to be able to reach the ultimate success, like, because they're around you. Because remember, their prophecy, they have a self-fulfilling prophecy that life is horrible and there's no point of living and everything's expensive, and the wages don't pay enough. So that's their reality. So they're going to always experience situations where they don't have money. And you know how this plays out? This plays out in, because somebody who complains about, I don't have enough money, I'm always broke and the wages aren't enough. You got to look at it like this. It's not about having money or not having money. It's the principle. So somebody who's in a reality where I'm always broke, if they keep thinking that, it's not that they don't have money, because you could not have money like them. But if you don't think like that, you're going to have more money. And how this plays out is they have more desires than you. When you go to the restaurant, they want to order 3 items off the menu. You don't even want anything. So therefore, you save money. So in their reality, they have to go spend more money because they have to order 3 menu items. They have more desires. So it makes them go broke. Or you go to the GameStop, they want to buy 3 games. You don't even give a fuck about any of those games. You just want NBA 2K. So you end up only spending like $40. They end up spending like $200. Or maybe they can't even spend $200. So they're complaining, oh, I don't have money and everything's expensive. It's not really that it's expensive. It's just they have more desires. They have more, and it plays out. So now they're in more of a hell. So it's like you got to look at it from that perspective. Like it's not just oh, they don't have the money or they don't have. It's the principle behind it. Like, why do you want this shit? Do you have a goal and a purpose? Because if you have a goal and a purpose, you're not going to be worrying about certain things, and then you'll be focused on the goal and the purpose, and all the things that other people complain about, by default you will end up having that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to put yourself in a space where you're not around that negative energy. You're always focused on your goals and your purpose, whatever that is to you. I can't tell you, I'm not you, but you guys know what I mean. That's why you do not want to be around negative people at all. There, you don't. That's going to fuck you up. And it's good because a lot of negative people, they don't even like to be around people. They'll be like, oh, I'm introverted. I'm like, good. Stay the fuck far away from me. I'm not introverted. I'm not extroverted. I'm neither. So I'm not introvert. Sometimes I'm extroverted as fuck. Sometimes I'm introverted as fuck. It just depends on who you are, the situation, and how I'm feeling and what it could do for me. If there's some money to be made, then I can be introverted. If there's no reason for me to talk to you and you're just wasting my time, then I'm gonna be introverted. You see what I'm saying? Like I'll be extroverted if there's something that could benefit me, but I'm not going to be extroverted just to be extroverted. I'm not going to be introverted just to be introverted. It has to be a reason behind where I'm at. So I'm not extroverted. I'm not introverted. I'm neither of that shit. I can play the role, but I don't claim any of that shit. That's why I don't really want to like say certain things on here. Yeah, like I was talking bad about AI and all that shit, and I'm realizing like I was always watching this guy's video, and he's all talking about like how you can make a lot of money doing certain things with AI, and it made me kind of look like I don't want you guys to watch my channel and feel like you can't participate into something because that's part of the system or I don't want you guys to watch. Do what is for you. Whatever you need to do. I'm not gonna tell you guys don't get into AI. Maybe some of you guys, because in the future, right now there's people out here who are making money from it, and maybe that could be good for you. You have to figure it out. But don't let none of these people out here, they'll tell you, these spiritual people, oh, don't do this, don't do that. That's low vibrational. Like, shut the fuck up. Are they paying your bill? No, they're not paying your bill. Are they out here? They're not helping you do shit. They're out living their life, doing their thing. They don't give a fuck about you. So don't let anybody tell you what you should and couldn't do. Like you have people out here say, oh, this person, he's selling drugs. First of all, why do you care if a motherfucker's selling drugs? Are you gonna pay his rent? If you're so mad about somebody selling drugs, why not get mad at the system that creates financial burdens on people to get some people to have to sell drugs? Because when your ass is out there working at McDonald's not making shit, no one's gonna care. They'll laugh at you then. Like I remember people who just talk about, oh, you live with your parents. And they'll sit there and say that to me. You live with your parents. But then when I was homeless, not living with my parents, motherfuckers either didn't say shit or give a fuck, or they'll say, oh, you're homeless. So it's like, at the end of the day, nigga, if you're living with your parents, nigga, at least you got parents that are alive that are willing to let you live with them. Because when you homeless on the street, no one gives a fuck about you. Because I was homeless, no one cares about you. But let's just say you go live with your parents. Oh, you live with your parents and who gives a fuck, nigga? Like, I don't give a shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, who cares? You just gotta do what the fuck you gotta do. Don't let anybody tell you shit. Don't tell anybody tell you how to make money. People say, "Oh, you did this, or can you sell drugs and make money, or you scam people." Or is he scamming you? Shut the fuck up. Why not get upset at the? It's funny how they'll say, "Oh, this person steals or he scams," but then what the fuck is the IRS? How the hell did Governor Newsom and the fucking vice president, the president, how the fuck they get their money? Like, you really think that they actually do something to get money? And they say, well, Donald Trump, he owns the Trump Towers in Las Vegas. Shut the fuck up, bitch. How do you think he got the money? How do you think these billionaires get the money? When they have a startup business, like let's just say Beyond Meat or Toys R Us or some other company like Staples or whatever, McDonald's, they get credit. You think that they work for that money? They don't work for that money. They get credit. The credit is built off the labor of the people. So they drain the people and then they get the money from the people and the labor, and then they invest it in businesses. So now you'll say, oh, they have this business. McDonald's makes billions of dollars. It's because of credit. They invest money into the business, and then the business makes them more money. But they wouldn't even be able to have that business if it wasn't for credit. So you get what I'm saying? So that's thievery right there. They're able to type $500 million into um into the bank account of fucking Kroger supermarket. The person who owns Kroger's like, I need a $500 million credit loan so I can build 200 more Krogers in the eastern United States. The bank will let them have $500 million to build 200 grocery stores. They just type it in. Where do you think they get that money from? They get that money from the people. They're literally stealing from the people just to build their little stupid bullshit ass stores. The bank allows it, but let somebody go into a Kroger's and steal some shit, and they want to make you feel bad that, oh, you're stealing from this person, or this person selling drinking. Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm definitely not saying it's wrong, but shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I hate motherfuckers who try to guilt trip you, make you feel like you're the bad guy, because like you're not gonna get that from me, because I only go based off the spirit. If the spirit tells me something's bad, then I know something's bad. When the spirit doesn't say something's bad or supports me what I'm doing, then I know that I'm good for that. Like, you're not gonna get that. I base my morals off the spirit. I don't base my moral, because when you base your morals off society, the system, you're basing your morals not on anything good. It's all about money, capitalism, the establishment, the corporation. So whatever is going to make the corporation make the highest amount of profit year over year, that's where the morals is shaped by. That's why they have religion and all this shit. Is they only care about the amount of money the corporation is bringing in. That's it. If they're able to make more money than last year, and to keep that going, that's it. And anything that slows that process down, they have to get rid of it. So that's where crime is. So when they arrest a criminal, it's not based upon, oh, we need to make society safer. It's based upon the fact that it's that criminal is making us make less money. So we need to take the criminal and make him our slave so we can make money through the prison system off him, because he's making money off us. Is that it's all really it's about. It's not about, like, not this, don't get me wrong. If you go to the average policeman, or you go to the average person, they may say, well, I'm trying to help society, we need to stop crime and all, but that's not really what it's meant for. It's meant just to keep everybody in check, and to make sure the corporation doesn't lose money. Because if everyone starts just crashing out, then the system isn't going to be running no more. Like, they'll say, if everybody, like, I remember this one dude who's like, why can't I just sit home and just chill and play games? Like, if everybody did that, then the system wouldn't run. If everybody sat home, was lazy. But bitch, ain't everybody gonna do that. There's certain people, like, most people like going to work. Most people like being a slave. Why not just let people who want to be a slave, let them be a slave, and the people who want to be lazy, and let them be fucking lazy, and just shut the fuck up and do whatever the fuck you want to do. They say, oh, if you steal from this store, they're gonna lose money. No, they're not. They're only gonna lose money if everybody steals from the store. If you go to Walmart right now, probably one out of every 100 people, probably one out of every 70 people steal. You know how much money they pull in every year? They said Walmart pulled in, like, it was, I don't know how much it was. It was in the hundreds of billions, I think. 2024, I think it was like over 100 billion they pulled in revenue in 2024. Over $1 billion. You know how many people stole money from Walmart? How much they lost in terms of fraud and theft? Probably like $1 billion or $2 billion. If everyone was stealing, they would have lost way more than that. So who gives a fuck? It's not as bad as they think. It's just the people who are these corporations, they're very stingy, and they're just very stingy. Like, there's like a greedy ass Jew who will, like, kill their mother for a pity. Like, that's how these people are. So they can't, they see everything as like, oh, it's our money, we can't have. So that's what it is. It has nothing to do with them actually losing money. And even if they were losing money, bitch, who gives a fuck, bitch? It ain't even your money. You kill Indians to even get that shit. So shut the fuck up. You better be happy with the money you do have, dumbass. Like you should be lucky you're getting what you should be lucky you don't even have to work and you're able to at least live without having to pay for shit, let alone complain that, oh, we didn't make as much money as we did last year. Then shut the fuck up. Stupid greedy ass fucking bastards. But like I said, I don't explain myself to like I only talk like this on live stream. If I'm out in the real world, I don't talk like this. I have my own way I do things, and if you don't agree with it, I'm gonna just straight up let you know that you're a fucking idiot. I don't have to explain myself. Like, this is why the way I talk to you guys, it'll give you guys the impression that I'm always out here talking. Oh, I'm not no revolutionary. Revolutionaries are fucking retarded. Anybody who's a true revolutionary, I won't even call it revolutionary. You're not even doing anything that a revolutionary does. You're just doing your own thing with your own people and not minding any of this shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, because the system is gonna be here as long as people believe in it. So at this point, what you can do is just do your own thing with your own people, participate in the system because you have to at some degree, but participate it in a way that's the least amount of energy you're putting into it, and you're able to still do your own thing. So I'm not saying be completely away from it 100% because that's kind of impossible right now, but do your own thing with people that you fuck with. It's not about waking everyone up and doing all that and caring about it. And like, fuck all that shit. Most people are doomed. Most people, it's like their fate is already sealed. Like, you gotta look at people die every day. In 3 months from now, there's gonna be somebody who's alive now that is gonna die. It's never a situation where nobody dies or nothing negative happens. Like, there's going to be somebody who has something, they lose. There's going to be somebody who's in a relationship, they get divorced. It's always going to be something that happens to an individual. So this is what I say is fate are sealed. A lot of people have their fate sealed. And it's not to say that they can't change it. It's most people don't want to change because they see change as something that they don't need to do. So therefore, if you think change is something you don't need to do, then your fate is sealed. The worst hell to be in is to have the universe be whooping your ass and you think that it's not that you don't have any part in it. That's the worst hell to be in. Somebody who's going through I don't care what happens to you, somebody who's going through the worst shit, and for them to think that they're not at fault. Because when you think, and not to say that you get to give people respect and, oh, it's my fault. No, it's not even that. It could be somebody else's fault, but when you completely remove all fault from yourself and think that you're not the problem, by default you're automatically telling yourself that there's no solution. So now you're forced to just be stuck in that shit. You can't change, and no matter what you go through, don't you want to get better? You can be going through the worst situation. Do you want to stay in that situation? Do you want to get better? So when you admit that, okay, you have part in it, you can at least take steps to get better. When you get so lost in your trauma, your ego, and then you start to say, it's not my fault, it's the world, and fuck that. And then now you just give up and you don't do nothing. That's even worse. Not to say that you blame yourself and you give respect to the world. No, fuck the world. Fuck these bastards who, even the people who you feel wronged you, cuss them out. But in the process, heal yourself. Do your own thing. To the eventually you don't even need to do it no more. Like I used to say in my videos a couple years ago, when part of the healing process is cussing motherfuckers out. Like they'll tell you, take responsibility. Part of taking responsibility is not only taking responsibility, but cussing the people out who you think disrespected you. So it's somebody, let's just say somebody kicked you out their house because you weren't working. Somebody will say, well, you need to take responsibility because if you were to get your shit together, they wouldn't have kicked you out. You wouldn't have needed them. That's right. So the way I say it is, get your shit together, get into a point where you don't need them. And when you get into a better situation, be like, fuck you, bitch, for kicking me out of your fucking house, you stupid bitch. You see what I'm saying? So you're doing killing two birds with one stone. You're dealing with your shit, handling your shit, getting into a better position, and you're still able to get your anger off and be like, fuck you. But I'm not saying for you to blame them and just be broke and homeless your whole life and blame them. Oh, the reason I'm homeless is because they kicked me out the house. No, that's not the reason. Because you have a right, you have a chance to, you have the opportunity to better yourself, to be in a better situation than them. You get what I'm saying? So always want to look at it like I have fault in it, but not like it's my fault, but I have fault because if I didn't have fault, that means there would be no way for me to get out of this situation. But since I do have fault, that means I have the opportunity and there's a chance for me to get out of the situation. Shout out to Zach. Yeah, I was good with it. Shout out to my nigga Zach. This is one of the first dudes that I seen on YouTube back in 2013. Check out his channel. One of the most realest people on here that I fuck with on my channel. And if you have a problem with him, you got a problem with me. So, like, it's funny because I met people. I'm gonna get to your comment, but I met people all on YouTube after I met, and like all the years I've been on YouTube from 2013. Me and him, we kind of fell out because I was saying some disrespectful shit. I was drinking, doing my thing. I was just in a different mindset. A lot of it had to do with drugs and alcohol. And I would say stuff, so we had a little falling out. And it's funny, all the people I met, like 99% of the people I met since then were all fake. I met a few cool real people on there. Shout out to Jay Vass and the other people that you guys see. But most people just fake. And when I look back, I'm like, all the real people was back in the day. Like back in when we had the social anxiety community, that's where all the real people was. But I looked at it like, oh, it wasn't spiritual, so they weren't real. And like I wasn't caught in that spiritual shit. And nothing wrong with spirituality, but I look at reality. Reality is spiritual. And who's on your frequency and what are you doing physically and how to overcome stuff. That's spiritual. I don't look at chakras and astrology and all of that shit. I'm not saying it's not useful, but what I'm saying is when you just look at that as spirituality, that's where you see a lot of trauma, a lot of problems, because majority of people who cling on to chakras and crystals and astrology, not to say that that's bad, but a lot of people who cling on to that have trauma and mental illness. This is why I don't deal with women who are into spirituality very, very heavily, because 9 out of 10 times they have a lot of mental trauma. These are the type of bitches that'll say, oh, I'm psychic. Don't lie to me. Well, bitch, if you psychic, then why the fuck didn't you just know what you think I'm lying to you about and leave me? Because I am lying to you. You should already know. Or how about, like, it's just weird. Like they'll say weird shit like that, these females. So that's what I'm saying. Like, fuck out of here. Like, that's why I don't deal with a lot of these bitches who are into spirituality and tarot and all that, because they be very heavily traumatized. They be the type of female who they think you're cheating, pull a fucking tarot card on you, thinking, oh, is he cheating? And since they're so mentally traumatized, they will automatically read the tarot deck and they will manifest a tarot reading that I'm cheating, because that's what they believe. And then they'll end up taking it to a whole nother level where they don't need to take it, because that's how retarded these women are. They're fucking lost. Not all women, but like this is why I don't deal with anybody in general that's too heavily into spirituality. Because to be honest, to be spiritual in 2026, for most people, that's another word of they have mental illness, because you don't get into spirituality unless you've been through a lot of trauma. And if you don't believe me, this is why they use the term dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul is a Masonic term that is made up. Dark night of the soul, in layman's terms, or just to be real with you guys, is I've been through trauma and I haven't healed yet. So I have to use the word dark night. And no, bitch, you didn't go through dark night of the soul. You just gone through trauma, just like everybody else. You just are using your trauma to piggyback and say that I'm spiritual. I got crystals. I'm into astrology, which is like, no, that's not how it is, bitch. You got trauma, you need to heal. You overcoming that is spirituality, not you saying you're traumatized, then getting into spirituality and trauma bonding and not dealing with it, but using everything like a crutch. Oh, I'm into astrology. I'm a chosen one, so I'm better than everyone. But yet you still got a name tag and you work at Burger King. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but it's like, how are you better, but you're not a representation of it? But it's like, I've been honest. I've been battling with a lot of past traumas. The truth is they're all just in my head, just ghosts trying to haunt me. I'm trying to this new month off clean, cutting out the lust and the, yeah, for sure. That's the thing. Is that is spirituality, cutting out desires, cutting out stuff like that. And when you cut that out and you get rid of it, then you notice your awareness expands. You're all that, oh, I'm enlightened, I'm awakened. All of that is a default and a byproduct of you overcoming the demons, such as lust and the booze and whatever it is. Once you overcome that, that is enlightenment. That's awareness, because you're gonna notice your mind thinks different. You perceive things different. You attract different situations. That's the true enlightenment. Overcoming desires, habits, negative situations that we all have to do, aka facing our demons, overcoming that. Then as a result, when you overcome that, it opens up a new awareness perspective. That's the enlightenment. And it's an ongoing process. That's not, it never ends, but you at least reach a certain base point where it's a new level, and then you can actually get shit done in your life. And then from there may be other issues you got to deal with, but you overcame a battle, and it keeps going. But you're an example of a real person, own up to your problem, just like I do. We're brothers in shoe spirit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, shout out to Zach Yao. Like, I met this dude like back in the day, 2013. I remember I watched a video about it. He was taking a video about social anxiety. This is before I even made a video. I seen this video. I was like, I'm gonna go make a video. I made a video. I remember I hit him up. He gave me a shout out on my channel. My channel got up and he got views. He made a fucking Facebook group. It was called Zach Pack something. And it got like, before it got shut down, because what happened was it got up and then I think he left the group. I left the group, and then somebody else had it, and then they fucked it up, and then the group got terminated. I don't know how it got terminated, but we left the group before it got terminated. But before it got terminated, it was like at least I think it was over 10,000 people in that group. Like, it was a growing group. Like, if that group was still active today, it would have been hella big. Because I see Facebook groups, and they be active since like 2010, 11. So we could have still kept that thing active. It would have been big, and we could have brought this. But it is what it is. Like, everything happens for a reason. But I remember, and it was his group that he's the one who started the idea and created it. And it got big, and then other people had like control because he didn't give a fuck about the group. I can tell he just was like whatever, and then other people had it, and then it got ran to the ground. I don't know how, but I just remember somebody told me it wasn't there no more. But yeah, like, we go way back in like 2013. Like, that's the first time. It was July 2013 was the first YouTube video I ever made. And it was right after I had seen his video. And then I made it, and then that's where we went from there. And then that group we made was like in 2014. I remember that year we were doing our thing, and then yeah. And I got into the spiritual community in 2018. That's when I started doing spiritual videos, was 2018. No, late 2017. And then 2018, which is good. I met a lot of good people in there. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, there was few people I met that were just weird as fuck. Like, this one weird ass nigga, like, he was talk about all this spiritual shit and astrology. He comes fucking from the Bay Area, because I was in California. He comes from the Bay Area. Mind you, he hit me up. I didn't hit him up. Oh, let's hang out. I'm gonna take you out to eat, whatever. I was like, all right, whatever. He came down and just took me. He's the one who hit me up. We went out to, like, he came out 3 different times, and we went out, he just bought me food and whatever. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna let you have a car. I have an extra car. It was like an old car that he was gonna sell. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, do you have the car? He never responded, never hit me back up. And I never said anything negative to him, just straight ghosted. And I was like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not like I need your car. I got my own car. I was able to do my own thing. But people just be on the, like, why would you tell somebody that you have a car and you got to give them a car, and you just all of a sudden just double back? Not that I gave a fuck, but it was the principle of it. Because I, like, now you see, now I got my own vehicle, and it's a better car than he got. So, and I didn't have to probably work a fucking shitty construction job like he did just to get the car. So the universe worked out for me. He's like, if I'm ever around Joe, yeah, for sure, for real. Yeah, when I was driving to Georgia from California, I went through Texas, but I was at the north part of Texas. Like, I think you live like hella far. It would have been like 6 hours from where I was at, because I was at the very tip top. I forgot the name of the city. Yeah, because I stopped by a Bucky's and got gas. But yeah, like I went through Texas, but I think it was far where you were at when I came down here last year. But yeah, if you ever around, yeah, we can do like meet up and shit, hang around and shit. Because Texas is not too far from Georgia, to be honest. It's like right around the corner. Like to be honest, it's really not that far. Because in California, from where I stayed at, just to go to LA is like 6 hours, and I drove through there numerous times, and it was nothing. So California's a big state, but out here it's like you can go to another state like in 2 hours because it's more smaller out here. So I'd be thinking like I could probably go to like the New Orleans in like 4 hours. Probably Texas is probably like 8, 9 hours, which is really not far. So yeah, one day we could probably just set something up. But yeah, that'll be what's up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing this year. Just start going out and doing a lot more. Like I've been making a lot of live streams when I'm out and about because I'm trying to just be out and about, do a lot more. And I'm trying to just stay in my room doing shit. I just like to show you guys what I'm doing out and about. Yeah, for real. Yeah, we known each other for a minute. To be honest, like I think he's like he's like the first person I met on here on YouTube. To be honest, like somebody I'm like cool with and chill. So it's like we go way back. Yeah, we go way back. Yeah. And it's weird because like even that whole group we had, man, like this is why. So I hate the way YouTube is now and social media. And I don't want to just blame YouTube and social media. I think it's something else, like a lot of the programming and maybe the shift we're in the astrology. But back in the day, it was so like we had that whole group going on and everybody was vibing. We had like literally like probably like over 10, 20 people. And then not to mention we had the other group and then we had our channels. Everything seemed more, it was like a community. And it was like everybody was transparent and it was like a community and it was just so chill. Like nowadays, it seems like you can't even build that no more. Like I feel like I took that shit for granted because I like nowadays, like you can't really build nothing like that. It's very hard. Not to say you can't, but nowadays it's like so many people have their own ego, their own trauma, their own mental illness, and then you got social media and how everybody's trying to impress the algorithm. So it's like people don't love themselves no more. They feel like if they're not like this person, I'm not nobody. So everybody acts fake while at the same time try to pretend like they're an individual. It's like, nah, cut the bullshit. You're not an individual. You just want to be like somebody. They'll act like, oh, we're different. Like back in the day, you remember they had the cool kids and then the nerds, and everybody wanted to be a part of the cool kids. Nowadays, you see Gen Z, they'll try to play it off like, um oh, we're not a part of the cool kids, we're our own self, but then they'll still try to shun people who don't think like them, like, but then it's just differently, like it's still that cool kid but it's differently, but people try to act like it's not the same thing, but it's like, yeah, Matrix trying to stop humans from creating tribes to rise above that what's about to come. Exactly, like the way I see it, I don't even like to give the Matrix any credit, like because you said what's about to come. To be honest, I'm at a point right now where I don't even think the government, the matrix, or the system, I don't even think they even know what's about to come. I honestly believe that they're just winging it, and they're using the program of um, doomsday and what's about to come and be prepared. They're using that to keep people in check. They don't even know what the fuck's going on because we're in a spiritual shift right now. So this spiritual, anytime we go through a spiritual shift, everybody is kind of at a standstill and lost, even the government. But the government needs to make you think that they have it all together. So this is why they like to say what's about to come and the dark winter and be prepared. They don't even know what's gonna come. They don't even know. Because if they did, it's like they wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. Like if you even look at the way the news, the government, a lot of the shit they do, you can tell like it's done on the whim. Like they're winging it. They're not even really. knowing that they're trying to see what sticks, because you got to understand, like, what the government does, or the system, they watch social media, they collect data through our videos and through AI. So they use AI, and they watch videos like us, and it based upon how our emotional outlook and sentiment is about certain topics and life, then that's what they do. So, like, for example, like, if everybody starts talking about a certain topic, then you'll see the government start talking about it, because they're trying to, like, control the mind. So they have to watch us to know what their next move is. So it makes them look like that they're in control, whereas, like, they don't even know what the fuck's going on. Because you got to understand, if the government has so much power, why didn't everybody get the thing, the JAB? I don't want to say it, but remember back 21 and the mask, they couldn't even, most people didn't even want to wear a mask. If the government's so powerful, they're so strong, how come they couldn't get everybody to wear a mask? Why couldn't they get everyone? So it shows you that they don't have the control. Like, even when it comes to the Hollywood movies, nobody cares about the movies that they release. They can't make another, like, even if they make another Matrix movie, it's never going to be as popular as the first one. They make another Lord of the Rings movie, it's never going to be as good as the first one. Make another Star Wars, it's never, because they can't do it like they did it before, because we're in a new ship. So their energy is just like, they can't create, like let's say Sonic, Star Wars, Matrix. What are the big blockbuster movies? Bad Boys, any movie that you can name, Friday, the big movie. Why can't they create a new type of movie or a new type of game? Like, they made Halo. Why don't they make a new game that's not called Halo, but it has the same type of popularity as Halo? Or make a new movie that's not called Matrix, but it's the same popularity as the Matrix as it was in 2001 when they released it, or 1999. They can't do it because, like, even when it comes to horror movies, they had Freddy vs. Jason. They had Freddy movies back in the 80s. Everyone loved Freddy movie. Everyone loved Jason. But why can't they make a new horror movie villain that's not Freddy or Jason that people love? It's because they don't have control over people's minds like they did, because we're in a different shift. So this is why I say the government, they don't know what the fuck to do. That's why every movie they make now, every it's not as good. It doesn't hit the same. Every music they make, it doesn't hit the same. They're losing energy. Yeah, everyone keep everyone confused. Fear and uncertainty. That's all it really is. Because they're everything's projection. They're in fear and they're in uncertainty. They don't know what the fuck to do. That's why their system is collapsing. Even their economies, everything. Like, they can't even get Gen Z motivated to want to go to work. If you have a system like they do, you would think they will want to motivate people to go to work, but they can't even do that. So it's like, it just shows you. It's crazy. Hollywood just keeps repeating themselves. Equals prequels, rename the same fucking shit. Exactly, it's the same thing. They have to keep doing the same movie. Like, make another type of movie that, like, makes something new. Why you gotta keep bringing this? How many Sonic movies are we gonna have? How many Matrix movies are we gonna have? Like, people are tired of this shit. Like, don't get me wrong, it was good like 10 years ago when they made another one. But okay, eventually it's like, you're gonna make Freddy vs. Jason 29. Like, how many reiterations, even with video games? How many times are you gonna do a remaster, a definitive edition? Like, just do something brand new. But then it's like, they can't, because their economy, because it costs money to make something good. And a lot of these companies, they don't want, they're too scared, or I don't know what it is, or they're either too scared, or they're too cheap to spend the money, because they're scared that if they spend that much money to make something new, nobody will like it, and then it'll be a flop, and then they wasted money, or I don't know what it is, but it's crazy. Even with the video games, it's like the video games, they don't even release video games like they used to no more. Like, you guys who play like PS5, Xbox, they don't even release games no more like that, like they did. and they're raising the prices. They just raised the PS5 to like $900. Fucking retarded. And I have a PS5, and literally like the last few weeks, I'm like, this shit is boring. There's no games to play. The games are lame, and they make it where you have to have a PS4 to play. Like, because a lot of games that I want to play, like on PS4, PS3, or sorry, you have to get a PC or you have to get an old console to play it, or you have to get a PC and get an emulator. They don't have it on like PS5, which is dumb because they're losing money. Because there's a lot of games I would play, but they don't. You can't play it on PS5 because it's retarded. So it's like there's nothing to play really. Like their shit is just for real. They do. And the thing is, though, it's funny how you say they just want to watch the refurbished shit. But and if you think about it, eventually it's not going to work because who are they going to be entertaining? Like for example, they release another Toy Story. They released a Super Mario movie. But look at it. Who's going to really watch Toy Story and Super Mario? Toy Story and Super Mario was for kids, right? But if you release Toy Story in 2026, the average person is going to be my age who's going to watch it. No Gen Alpha, no kid that's 8 years old or in high school gives a fuck about Mario or Toy Story, because you got to understand, like, we're getting older, so a lot of these old movies, Sonic and Toy Story, that appeals to millennials, people who grew up watching it. So I was a kid in the 90s, so I played Sonic. That was the first game I played. I don't really like Sonic really, but that's one of the games I play. So I grew up around that shit. So somebody around my age is going to be interested in Sonic compared to a 10-year-old. A 10-year-old is going to be like, who the fuck is Sonic? And if they do know about it, it's because their parents, who are millennials, brought them into it. Like, so eventually they're not going to be able to keep doing, they're not going to be able to keep rehashing these movies because the audience that those movies appeal to are going to get older. And the younger generation, especially a kid who's born now, let's just say in 10 years from now, a 10-year-old in 10 years from now, so somebody being born in 2026 is not going to know who what the fuck Mario is. So they're going to have to make something different because they're like, I don't want to watch this shit. Just like a lot of you guys, we look at old cartoons or old shit from like the 60s, that's just lame. So it's like the creativity, they're going to have to switch it up because it's not going to appease to the audience that they're trying to see. So kids movies are going to have to be different types of movies compared to now because a kid in the future is not going to watch the same shit. So it's like it's kind of weird. I don't see how they keep releasing these damn movies like Toy Story. Most of the people who are going to watch the new Toy Story that comes out this year is going to be millennials my age, maybe a few kids. And if it is kids, their parents who are millennials are going to bring them to the movies. It ain't going to be no kid. Oh, watch Toy Story. It's mainly going to be grown ass adults who are going to want to watch it to pick up the nostalgia. So kids movies aren't even really kids movies because they keep rehashing it. They're not like making new. They call it IPs. That's what they call in the video game. Like it's like like just like you have Sonic, you have Mario, you have Shrek. Those are IPs. Like they're um, different like characters or different movies or creative things that they make. So it's like they're gonna have to make different IPs in the future. So it's like I don't get how they're gonna keep that shit up. If you want to watch something old and classic, then I watch the old. Oh yeah, I already read that one. When I worked when I worked at the movie theater in my town, we will all talk about how support independent video games. They were gonna exactly. I support independent filmmakers and video game creators. That's where we're gonna get. Exactly. They need to make it where like even if they're gonna use the old stuff. Remember how they have fan fiction? At least let fan fiction be like if you're gonna make a new Batman movie, let the fans create it. Like if they're gonna release another Super Marvel movie or a Superman movie or a Marvel, if they want to make it good, Let the fans create it. Make it become fan fiction. So make fan fiction become the main thing. So be like be like anybody for our next Marvel movie, whoever has get the people who are the diehard fans who've been it from day one. Let them make the movie and let them um, like meet up with other people who are diehard fans and make the movie the way the fans want to make it. That's how they're gonna make money. But Hollywood, I don't know if they're stupid or they're in their ego and they just have to have it their way. I don't know what it is, but they will never do that. They're gonna just go get the movie, make another one. It's gonna have a bunch of stupid ass Masonic symbolism. It's gonna be about shit nobody wants to hear about. It's gonna be about dumbass um, moral fucking programs that they're trying to implement to try to get people to think a certain way. Then the movie's gonna flop because nobody wants to be programmed and see this bullshit. And it's not even about the superhero. It's not about the main movie that everybody went to the movie to see. It's about some other shit. And they're just using the character as like a money pit or as a money grab, right? Cash cow. Oh, let's just put Batman in it and everyone's gonna go watch it because it's Batman. But let's put our Masonic symbolism and let's make the story completely fucking retarded. That's exactly what they do with every movie now. They're just using the character as a cash cow to get people to go into the movie to watch it and pay money. But the movie ain't even about the original character. Like it's trash. Like I don't that's why I don't even watch like because I used to watch those movies. They were kind of good back in the day. But nowadays it's like everything is just you can tell they're trying so hard. It's ridiculous. What's good, Mysterio? I remember playing Sonic as well back in the 90s as well, Mario. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot, everything. They'll never make a good Crash Bandicoot like that. They made the last one they released was not too wasn't bad. That was one of the things they didn't fuck up. They kept it like it was. But most of the shit like is crazy. And the way I look at it, at this point, they maybe because maybe they need to just let AI make movies. Like I'm pretty sure if you let AI make like they could because they have AI where you can just type up a movie, type up a script and writing in a machine and then the AI will create it. They have that, but they don't want to release it because if they release it, it's gonna put a lot of directors, a lot of actors, it's gonna put them out of business. So they're gonna be releasing it probably eventually, but they're trying to do it in a certain way because if they release that type of AI technology where you just type in a thing, there'll be no reason to even for Hollywood to exist. And they'll put Hollywood out of business like that. Because they have the technology where you can just have the AI create the video game, create the movie, and they're gonna have to do that because it costs so much money to make. Like for example, the video game industry is so fucked up right now. It's like there's no games to play, and in a way, I kind of understand because it takes so much time, money, and energy to make a game. It takes like at least 5 years minimum to make a good AAA game, probably 3 5 years, and it takes hundreds of millions of dollars, especially with this new technology, like with the PS5, and they have Unreal Engine, and they have all of these engines and all these high-end gaming PCs. It takes a lot of money to make a good game. So a lot of developers they don't want to invest the money just for it to flop because if the game doesn't sell good, then they can go bankrupt. So I can kind of see why they don't make games because it costs a lot of money. But it's like if that's a problem, why not just scale up AI to make the games? So it will save money. You don't have to pay developers. Um, the game will be cheaper. They'll be able to sell the games for cheaper, probably, unless they're just trying to be greedy. And the games will be done in very quickly. So they'll be able to create a game that takes 8 years, probably in less than a year. And the game will actually be good quality. And they won't have to spend money on paying developers, paying all these artists, these game artists and game designers. So it will save money. So the game will be cheaper. They could sell the game for like $20 instead of having it be like 60 or 80. You see, and then there'll be more games. So they can release like 200 games a year with the same quality as like the highest selling AAA game and release dozens of them every year. So why won't they do that? Like it makes more sense because if they don't, then it leads to a situation like there's no games to play, and it's like everything is trash. Even the games they do release, they're very short and they're not that much content because and then people say this game is short, it's only 8 hours, but it took the developers so much longer because of the technology. And then even when they make the games, they don't even run good because the console is not as like they don't optimize it because all of that shit takes money and time. So then they don't optimize it, so the game doesn't run smooth, and even though it's supposed to, because it's like it's retarded. Exactly. They need to create characters for this new generation, not cram down old ones from our childhood. Exactly. It's like stupid. The grandma. Yeah, fan films, they'll probably actually start making money. Also, I don't even think it's about the money because it's not rocket science. It's like, why won't they just? It's like it's not. I can't. It's not that hard to make something good. The people will only buy what they want. Let the people be able to decide how the film is. Like especially people who are diehard fans of the genre. Like you would think, because so if you spend $300 million on a project, you know you're gonna recoup that money. But I don't know, man. I don't know if they're stupid or it's in their ego or I literally don't know. I think it's their I can't think I don't think it's the ego because you isn't it about money? You got to make money, but so I think it's just they're stupid. Like they probably think they could do it better, or they probably think they probably think the stuff that they release is good. So they're like, "What's wrong? Our thing is good." It's like no, it's not. Yeah, for real, they do. Like they use less money, and the game is a lot better. Don't get me wrong. There are some good AAA games. It's not that AAA games or the mainstream games are bad. It's just the ones that they're releasing now are bad because they're cutting down the budget. But like if you get a good AAA game, like the ones they used to make, they're very good. Like they're good. Like they're not bad. It's just nowadays they have to like it's just with everything in life. The food, the quality goes down. You go on even if, on an airplane, the quality is down. Everything's smaller and cramped. You know, they don't even give you peanuts like they used to. Like they give you a free bag of peanuts. Now it's like they stingy with that shit. You fucking whatever you get in life, you the new vehicles or shit. You go fucking get a box of cereal. Not only is the cereal shit, the box that the cereal comes in is thinner. It's like they're getting cheap with every fucking thing. Like literally everything. It's crazy. That's why I honestly think I don't think it has. I'm not sure. Like me, this is just my theory and my opinion. I could be wrong, but I honestly think this that the resources of the land isn't they're not able to produce and harness the resources like that. I think the resources of the land, the fruit, vegetables, the cotton, the textile, everything is becoming weaker, isn't the same quality. So when you grow a fruit, is not the same as when you grew a fruit 20 years ago. I think that's part of the reason why the quality of stuff is going down. I don't think it's just because of money and they're just the inflation. I think part of it is this is my theory. I think part of it is the resource of the land is getting weaker. Like the land isn't the same quality because they're plowing the land and abusing it so much. So when they grow something, it doesn't come out the same. So therefore, they have to make the quality of shit like because if you notice, the quality thing, quality of everything is down. But where does everything come from? It comes from the ground. They grow cotton for clothes, food to eat, even like the shit in the car, metals they get from the ground. All that comes from the ground. And I'm thinking the resources of the land is becoming is not the same quality. So therefore, it's affecting the quality of things. This is my theory. I can be wrong, but I'm thinking it has to do with that. I don't think it's just them doing it to save money. Maybe in a certain way they are, but I think it's a lot more to it that they don't tell people. He's like, fellas, I'm out. Oh, for sure. All right then, man. Peace out. Yeah, shout out to Jay. One day. Join one of the lives one day when I'm on live stream. Just let me know whenever, and we can get you in here. He's like, shout out to Mysterio. Was good. Oh, you retracted your message. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm working this night. If I keep on getting haters, authority look at me weird. Is that a spiritual sign? It, don't even think too much of it. That has nothing to do with you. It ain't spiritual. You know what that is? It's just a motherfucker. Whoever looked at you, they just going through their own mental illness and they're trying to project it onto you. That has nothing to do with you. You can't control how somebody looks at you. If somebody wants to look at you with a stank ass face, that's their own damn business. That's their own damn problem. It has nothing to do with you. Don't spend any moment of your time trying to figure out why they did that. It doesn't matter why they did that. Because once you do, they don't even know why they did that. These are miserable people. A miserable person doesn't even know why they're miserable. They think it's because, oh, I'm broke or I have to work at this job. No, they miserable because they just a miserable person and they lack the work ethic to better their own life, but they don't know that. So they have a very angry, miserable attitude and they project it. And they don't know why, but the real reason is because they lack the proper healing, they lack the proper responsibility, they lack the tools that we all have, but they don't use the tools to better themselves. So therefore, they're gonna project their own pain onto you, and they don't even know why. So that's why it it has nothing to do with no spiritual side or nothing. Like, and no disrespect to Mysterio. Shout out to Mysterio. I'm not talking about you, but this is why a lot of people in the spiritual community, I call mentally ill because they'll be like, it's a spiritual sign. Like I was talking about earlier, a lot like these bitches would be like Jay Bass, he was dealing with some bitch on YouTube, right? And she said, don't lie to me, I'm psychic. And I told him, I'm like, any bitch that tells you that she's psychic, run far away. Anybody that tells you that they're psychic has a mental illness. Like, you mean to tell me you're psychic, but you couldn't tell me that Donald Trump was going to raise tariffs? You couldn't tell me that to short Bitcoin back in October, $20,000, and I'll be up almost a million. So if you're psychic, you should have told me to short Bitcoin stock back in October 2025 when it was at 120,000. You should have told me to short it 2050 band. I would have been up $1 million right now. You stupid bitch. You're not psychic. Shut your ass up. You're not psychic. You talk about you psychic, but yet you only psychic to stupid shit. You're only psychic to some stranger you met on the internet. And oh, if you cheat on me, I know that you cheated on me because I'm psychic, but I'm not able to use my psychic ability to make myself a millionaire. Get your ass out of here. You're not psychic, bitch. You're mentally ill. That's why all these bitches who talk about spirituality and oh, it's a spiritual sign, and not to say that there isn't spiritual signs, but when you see a spiritual sign, you know what it is. If you have to keep thinking about it and saying it, or you have to think, oh, is it a spiritual? It ain't no spiritual sign. It's just, bitch, that's life. Like, shit just happens to people. 9 to 5 bullshit being a demon. Exactly, but shit, we got to do what we have to do sometimes. And I don't even like to use that word because sometimes people be doing things they think they have to do, but they don't. Not to say that you don't have to be there. I don't know. I can't tell you. Like, you'll have other spiritualists that'll tell you, well, you have to work that 9 to 5 and do it. I'm not here to tell you you have to or you don't have to. I don't know because I don't know your situation. I'm not there. I don't know. So I can't, I'm not gonna tell you, well, you have to do what you gotta do, or I don't know. Maybe you do have to do it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just wait, but you have to figure that out on your own. I can only lead you to the door. I can't open the door. Once you see all these other people on here, oh, well, you have to work that 9 to 5, and you don't even know this guy. You don't know his life. You haven't been there. I don't know Mr. I'm not in his life. So who am I to tell him he needs to work a 9 to 5? So that's why I don't want to say, oh, we got to do what we got to do. Because I was going to say that, but I was like, I don't even know his situation. Maybe he does have to do what he got to do. Maybe he doesn't. But only he could figure that out. But but I could tell him knowledge, information, certain things that can probably guide him to make him think, okay, maybe I do or I don't, to come to his own conclusion. But who am I to sit here and say anything? I don't know. It's like somebody would tell me how to make my money. I don't tell nobody how to make money or how they should do to make their money. I'm not against working a 9 to 5. I'm not for it. I'm neutral. If you feel like you need to do that, then do that. If you feel like there's other ways, then do that. Because at the end of the day, I worked a 9 to 5 before. It wasn't for me. I worked a 9 to 5 and it just never worked out for me. Not to say I'll never work a 9 to 5. If the spirit tells me work this 9 to 5, then I'll do it. But I will only do it if the spirit lets me know and life lets me know. Not, and I don't mean the external world, like, oh, I'm homeless, I gotta work. That's not enough reason. The spirit has to let me know. So I could be homeless and still not working 9 to 5. But if the spirit says, okay, you're homeless for too long, or maybe you may need to get this job, then I will go and I'll go work. But I know it's because of my purpose. So I'm not like, oh, I'll never do whatever happens. And the way I look at it, if from this point in my life, if you guys ever see me working a 9 to 5, that means I fucked up. So let's just say 2 years from now, and I'm working a 9 to 5, because anything could happen for anyone. Let's just say you guys see me in 2 years from now working a 9 to 5. Don't look at it like that's a good thing. You should look at it like a no fit. You done fucked up. You done fucked up, nigga. Like that's why you gotta. So that's how you guys should be looking at me if I ever have to work a 9 to 5 in my life. And I'm talking about 9 to 5. I'm not talking about my own business or I have a way to make money, income. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like traditional 9 to 5, like a shitty ass job. Like that's what I mean. Because there's other. I'm trying to do like there's other businesses. I don't want to speak too much, but there's other things I'm gonna probably be looking into to make money and stuff. But I don't really want to speak too much of that on here. And it really doesn't even. I don't really. There's no point really. What's the point? Like me speaking it. Like I it's gotta help it manifest quicker, or not even manifest, because manifesting doesn't exist. I don't believe in manifesting. Manifesting is retarded. Like I hate that word, but there's no such thing as manifesting. You're either in alignment or you're not in alignment. When you're in alignment, you're gonna automatically get what you need to be stable in life. There's no such thing as manifesting. If the only time I can say manifesting exists is if I go out there and I go commit a scam, or I go rob some cracker in a fucking Soho district and I get like 50 racks. Then I manifested that. That's manifesting. When you commit a crime or you steal something, that's manifesting. Anything else, that's not manifesting. You're in alignment. If you get something and it's on the basis of non-criminal or non-manipulation, then that's not manifesting. Manifesting only applies if you're doing something illegally unethical. So if you sold your fucking booty hole and you got money, then you manifested that. If you went and committed a crime and you ran up a million scamming and hustling, selling dope, then you manifested it. If you look at where does the word manifestation come from? It comes from the nigger conscious community. All the niggas there commit scams, they sold dope, or they sold their booty hole, and they did something unethical. So that's what they talk about manifesting, because that's how they manifested that. But if you're in alignment with righteousness in the spirit, you're not doing all that shit, but you're still getting what you need. So it's just called being in alignment. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's really there's no such thing as manifesting. Unless you're doing some type of criminal activity, doing something unethical, or you sold your booty hole to get some money. That's manifesting. Everything else is just that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to keep it real. You got to keep that shit real. Manifestation is just another word stupid ass niggas use to make themselves feel good that they got themselves a little change, they got themselves a little fucking money, or they got, oh, I got this car. I meant, bitch, you didn't manifest. Like this is one nigga, so I'll talk about like I manifested this car. It's like, bitch, if you manifested this car, how the fuck am I able to tell how you got that car? Like you think this nigga got a whole inheritance from his fucking dad. His dad had passed away, and I'm not talking disrespect on the individual's dad, whatever. There's no shade towards that individual, but
You got an inheritance from your own dad, and you use that money to get a car. Talk about you manifested a car. Nigga, shut the fuck up, dude. That's not what happened. Just say what you did. You got an inheritance, you got the car. If you're in alignment and you're living your purpose and you by default got the shit that you need to survive and prosper, then that's not even called manifestation. That's just you was in alignment. And at that point, there'll be no need to even talk about manifestation or even alignment. You just be living life and having an experience. So you guys got to know what the fuck is going on here. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Get something. Okay, this is. Yeah, he's like, right. Your spirit got to be in alignment. Circumstances and situations will play out naturally. Sometimes when you least expect it. Exactly. And then not to say everything will be perfect. There's gonna be some problems. There's gonna be some issues, like because you gotta look at it. Everything's based on astrology. So when you were born with a certain astrology thumbprint. So if you have a moon in Taurus, when the sun gets into Aquarius or the moon may be in fucking Leo, you may have some tension or maybe a certain aspect that squares your natal, your north node, or you're gonna out of because we have to. There's 365 days of the year. You're not alive only on the positive days, and when negative energies happen, you're asleep. You have to experience everything. So some days are going to be good, some days are going to be bad. But if you have that goal in mind and that focus, it's gonna like those bad days aren't gonna be as bad as they could be. And even if they are really bad, it still won't be as bad as if you're like on a crash out mode where you're lost completely. That's how motherfuckers kill themselves or they go through crash out where they end up in jail because those bad days were really bad versus those bad days because we all have them. If you were in alignment, they wouldn't be so bad. They'll be bad, but it'd be like I can get through. Even if they are really bad, it won't be crash out where you end up having to do something crazy and then having to face repercussions. You said you didn't want to go on this cruise. That's funny. For real, like it's the same thing with me. Like I went to the. Remember I told you that I went to the game because my dad he has season pass tickets, so I go to a game with him every now and then. And the first time I went to the game, it was good, and then the last game I went, like the energy just was off, and I was like, I'm not going to the game no more because I went to the game on the moon was in Scorpio, and it was good. It was the energy was good, and I think a part of it had to do with I just got off my fast. Like it was just good. The food was good, and the vibe was good. And but the second time I went, it was like I don't know. The game was good. Like watching the game was entertaining, and it wasn't anything wrong with the game, but just the vibe of people was kind of off, and the food was fucking cold. I got some fucking popcorn. I had to throw that shit away because it was spoiled. And then the bitch ass nigga like had a fucking like a negative attitude and like it was just weird. Like it was weird. Like the vibe was off. So that's what made me realize like okay, I just picked the wrong day to go. Like that's why like when I do like fun things or just things in general, you got to do you got to be in alignment because when you're not in alignment and you do certain things, some days it'll be good and some days it'll be negative. And it just shows you like when it's negative, that means most of the time it means that you just like I should have probably went to that game. That was a sign that I shouldn't have went to the game. Like I could have been doing something better than go. So I'm probably not gonna go to because the season it lasts all the way to like the fall. So I'm probably not gonna go to a game for like a month. And then if I do go, it's gonna be when I'm like really feeling it. Because the first one I went, I was in a good mood and everything was good. And but this time I went, it was weird because when I ordered food, this is why I said in my last video, when you order food, make sure the person who you're ordering food has a good energy. If they don't, then just don't try not. If you can, and it's possible, don't get food from them because I ordered food. I went to three different places. I got a pretzel, I got popcorn, and I had like the chicken wings, or not the chicken, but the chicken strips. I threw away the popcorn and the chicken strip. That shit wasn't even good. It was like fucking nasty and it was kind of cold. The pretzel was the only good thing, but it's funny because when I ordered the pretzel, hold on, why is this not charging? What the fuck? Oh, it's not plugged in. When I ordered the pretzel, the guy had a good mood. When I ordered the, come on, bitch, get the fuck in there, dude. When I ordered the pretzel, the guy had a good mood. When I ordered the popcorn and the chicken basket, their attitudes was very negative. Like they were in a rush, and the dude almost forgot my drink, and I had to remind him. And when I reminded him, he didn't even like apologize. He was just like, "Oh, here you go." Like so. And then those when I went there, the food was horrible. Like I had to literally throw out the popcorn because the shit tasted like it was sitting in there for like a couple days and it was burnt. Like they didn't even know how to cook the popcorn, and it smelled old. So I threw that shit in the garbage can. And it was just all. And then when I realized that, like I went to a different place because there's so many venues there. So I picked the wrong place because the last time I got the shit, it was at a different place. And it's like it was all that. So it pretty much it just told me like I shouldn't have went there, and it was pretty much probably the spirit telling me like I shouldn't have been eating that shit, and I shouldn't even have went to that game. Because but the first time I went to the game, I was in a better mood because I just like got off a long fast and I was just chilling, vibing, and I felt good. And the thing is, I felt good emotionally, mentally. I felt good. I didn't try to force it, so everything played out good. But this time, I wasn't really feeling that good, and it was kind of annoying. People were annoying me annoying the fuck out of me there, and it played out as such. Like I was in an annoying energy. I was in an annoyed energy, and it played out. So this is why you want to always get your emotions in check, and before you go into anything. Like if your emotions aren't in check, you might as well not even get into certain activities because it's just gonna fuck up. Yeah. Yeah, like today when I went to the fucking Whole Foods today, I made a live. I deleted the live stream, but I went there today, and the energy was just very negative. And it's weird because this was the first time I did a live stream in that Whole Foods. I did a live stream in the store, but and then I did it because you. I think I know why. Because usually when I go into a store, I avoid the workers. Like I don't go around any workers, or if you're like a manager at work, I avoid them. But I was doing a live stream, so I was distracted talking to you guys, and I was just walking recklessly because when I'm like focused in the real world and I'm live, I'm very attentive to my space. I don't walk if you have a certain negative energy, I don't even let you see. I don't walk in your field of view. I'm very secretive and very protective of my space when I'm in real life. But when I was doing a live with you guys, I was distracted talking and I was just walking recklessly in places I shouldn't, and just doing things like I wasn't like really attentive. So that attracted that demonic negative energy, which I avoid all the time because I go there all the time. I never have an issue. I didn't have an issue now, but out of all the times I've been there, this was probably the most issue I've had there. And I've been going there for almost a year. Probably a year actually. Yeah, a year. So this is why I say like you need to be focused. Like the only reason my focus was thrown off is because I was doing a live stream. So when I go into these stores, if I ever do a live stream in the store, I'm gonna be more careful and cautious while I'm doing the live. Or I don't want to say I'm not gonna do it. Like I like doing lives in stores, especially like if I'm gonna like explain the ingredients to you guys and shit. But I don't know why the fuck they were like looking at me. Like I'm sitting here talking and shit on my phone, doing a live, and like they just looking at me like I'm about to steal something. Like, bitch, I'm doing a fucking live stream, you stupid bitch. Like, why would I be like it's weird? Cause like it's just weird. Like, I don't know. Yeah, me too. Like I went into Walgreens last week, almost a week ago. I went into Walgreens. I didn't even look at the bitch's face. It was some old, wrinkly, nasty, sad, miserable, depressed white bitch. She looked she had like I didn't look at her face. All the thing because when I go into a store, I don't look at nobody. Anybody who works there, I don't look at their face. If I go into any type of establishment, I don't look at unless I'm gonna talk to them and ask them a question or something or engage. I don't look at their face. So I didn't look at her face. And I just kept on walking. So it can take the because when you look at somebody's face, it connects their attention to you. I don't want you to see how I look because maybe something might happen where I don't want your energy. So I don't look at nobody's face unless I have to. And I looked at her legs and her back for like half of a second. And I instantly got that energy like she's a demon without looking at her face. And then I told myself, like, damn, let me see how her face looks. So I waited to check because she was at the checkout. So when I went to checkout, that's when I looked at her face. So when I was checking out, I looked at her face and she had one of the most, I don't want to say she had the most nasty, but she had a nasty attitude. She had a very nasty attitude and I knew like she just very negative. I could just tell. And I just did my thing and I left. And I was like, this is why I trust my intuition because shit like this. That's like the bitch in Whole Foods today. The white bitch. She had a very nasty attitude. Like I can tell like somebody has a nasty like because like first of all that you can tell because motherfucker like this bitch she was like following me like I wasn't gonna tell I don't like I said I don't steal shit no more but she was like following like I'm gonna steal something and I'm doing a live stream and like she's like looking at my shit and I'm like first of all if I'm gonna steal something you're not gonna know I took it. The only way you will be able to know I took it is if you go in the back room and you look at the cameras and hope I took something underneath the camera. But you're not because I'm just that good. Like there have been times in the past where motherfuckers was looking at me from the moment I walked in the store and I stole like 3, 4 items that quick. And it's not like because it's not like oh I go in the back corner and I'll take something. I never used to do it like that. The best if you're gonna conceal an item, you do it in the middle of you do it in open space. Because if you go to a corner, they're gonna be like, what is he doing in a corner? So when I'm in open space and there's people around me, the moment those 2, 3 seconds they're not looking is when I take it real quick. But you got to do it in a certain way. So like because they least expect you to do it. So like I operate differently amongst other things. So I don't do it. So like they think I'm stupid, but it's like, and I'm not saying like oh, because at the end of the day, if you're out here doing something that's illegal and you're not supposed to be doing it, you can kind of say that person's stupid because you can get caught and it is risky. So I'm not gonna say, but bitch, you're retarded. That's all I'm trying to say. Like you're retarded. Like if I was gonna take something, you wouldn't know. So you looking at me, think trying to say I said that's why she was about that because she walked up on me and she's like looking at my cart, like trying to look in my cart to see what I got. So when she walks around later and it's not in my cart, she could say, "Where did you put this item?" Like I'm not stupid. I'm more intelligent than you. So first of all, you're never gonna see if I was gonna steal anything, which I didn't. You're never gonna see me put it in my cart. You're never gonna see me have it in my hand, or you're never gonna see it in my cart. Whatever you see in my cart is what you're always gonna see. Like I remember there was one time I picked up something, and this was like way back. I picked up something, and the lady see me pick it up, And I after she left, I put it in my fucking pants, and then I took another one of like it was, I forgot what it was. It was like it was something. Let's just say it was an object. I took something and I put it in my pants. She seen me pick it up and look at it. What I did was I took the object, put it in my pants, then I took the same object, went to the front checkout and told the lady, I don't want this. And then she seen me give the she was looking at me and she seen me give the object to the lady and say I don't want it. But if I would have just took the object and went, she would have been like, hey, what was the object in your hand? I just seen you look at that. Like she would have said that, but I'm not stupid. So I took another object. So the object that I was holding, she thought that was the object. You see what I'm saying? So you got like little shit like that. Like, because I'm not dumb, because these people, I look, because at the end of the day, if you work at a retail store, you're retarded. Like, I'm more intelligent than you. So any type of trick or game you play, bitch, I'm more smarter than you. And I'm not saying that I can never get caught, but if you're gonna catch me, you're gonna have to go in the back room, look on the cameras, and hope you catch me stealing in on the camera. That's the only way. But if you're not gonna do that, then you're not gonna be able to catch me. The only thing you're gonna be able to do is just accuse me and just call the police and assume I'm stealing and then have the police search me. And like, you're never gonna catch me in that because you're a retarded dumb bitch. I'm more smarter than you. But I don't even waste my time because I don't even need to do that no more. I used to be needed to do that when I was homeless. What the fuck? Come on, dude. Why are they fucking with my shit, dude? Come on, dude. They can't be fucking my shit, dude. Those your. What did they remove? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my goodness. They removed one of my listings because they said I'm gonna relist that. They could kiss my ass. I'm relisting that thing. They're fucking retarded, dude. I'm gonna relist that. They can kiss my ass. I'm gonna relist that. No, I don't do no fake receipt. I don't do nothing illegal anymore. I don't do nothing. I think I knew somebody who did that, but I don't do anything illegal anymore. I don't need to. I don't even. And I'm not hating on anyone who does it. I'm gonna relist that fucking item again. I'm gonna wait a few days before I do it. Stupid motherfuckers. I don't know why is this internet going fucking slow. What's going on with this internet, bro? Damn. Say random NPC. To be honest, it's every place. It's not just suburbans. Every place they care because they're programmed. Because you gotta look at it. These corporations. Hold on. This doesn't require. These people are retarded. This is not. These people are retarded. I might have to call them. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute, guys. I'm just appealing this. They be really doing dumb shit, dude. Fucking dumb. Yeah, I'm about to go anyways. Yeah. Yeah, but any place to care, really. Yeah, I was at like the area that I'm at. It's like kind of a nice area, but to be honest, though, I was in California. Like, there's a lot of like theft that goes on there, so it's worse out there. Like, it doesn't even matter. Even if you're in a nice area, it can be kind of so. Out here is a lot different. It's, if anything, it's more. If anything, I get less issues out here. Like this issue I had today, they because they didn't even say nothing or they didn't do nothing really. It's not like they were like. It's just they were looking at me and had a negative energy. That's really what it was. It wasn't like they said anything or didn't. So it just. But out here, it's not as bad as California. Like in California, it's worse. Like you got to be more careful. You go into like most places, if you like act a certain way, or sometimes they'll just be on to you for no reason, or so you got to be more careful. Like out here is more like because they don't expect it because it's less theft because there's less homeless people. So if there's less homeless people in an area, because the amount of theft 90% of the time is correlated to the amount of homelessness and the economic situation. So like California's a lot of homelessness, is very expensive. So it's a lot more, it's more of like a third world type of situation compared to out here. It's less third world out here. Not to say it's not a problem, but is California is kind of low key third world in a way because it's a lot of disparity. Like there's a lot of rich people, but there's a lot of poor people and a lot of homeless. So there's a lot of theft out there, and the homeless people out there like they don't really give a fuck. Out here, homeless people are like I'm sure they don't give a fuck out here, but they're more chill out here. But versus California, like they're more like they don't give a fuck. They'll just go up in the store and just take some shit. They don't give a shit. Out here is like there's still that here, but it's not as much of it. So it's they don't really look at you as much, or they keep there's a lot of stuff that's not locked up here. Like when I came here, there's a lot of items over here that they keep open that I was shocked. I'm like, they don't lock this up. But like you go to California, like most of the stores, they lock up a lot of shit that they cause it's a lot more theft out there because there's a lot more homeless. That's really it's really a correlation between homeless. Like there's less homeless. Plus, if you look at it, the energy, the cost of living, the rent is a lot cheaper out here. So the economy's not as fucked as California. So it's it's actually a lot more better out here in terms of people don't really like that's one thing I do like about the South. People mind their business. Like people mind their business out here. They just mind their business. Like like I feel like I fit in or I can go and handle my business and people just go about their business. In California, I feel like people are fucking nosy. They always gotta look at you. It just people always want to talk and shit, which is nothing bad about talk, but the motherfucker just nosy. But out here, people mind their business. That's one thing I do like about the South is people know how to mind their fucking business out here, especially black people. Like they know how to mind their business. So, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream. I gotta go do some shit. I'll be back on a little later, but I'm out. Peace.